Hey out there, everyone. Hope everyone's had a wonderful, blessed, joyful evening. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Enjoy your 3 day weekend. For those of you that had a 3 day weekend, wish you all the best. Hope you all safety. Hope you're all safe and healthy in life. Wish you guys nothing but joyful and blessed life. So tonight we're gonna be talking about the Monday Night Football game, Indianapolis Colts at the Baltimore Ravens. So like always, give you my take, my score in the game, and pretty much go from there. So this game comes in. Indianapolis Colts coming to Baltimore, just coming off a win. I'll get more into that later. But pretty much, the Colts are plagued with injuries. They're about three of the offensive linemen. Sam Tevi, who was injured preseason. Quenton Nelson, who will end up on IR with Tevi eventually. Braden Smith, who's out, is the right tackle. So that's your left tackle, starting left tackle, starting left tackle, starting left guard, and starting right tackle all out of the game tonight. T.Y. Hilton was put on IR near the beginning of the season as well. I believe his rookie Kwity Paye, if not second year player, he's out. Then you're missing cornerback Rocky Sin and starting strong safety Khari Willis. So the Colts have been plagued with injuries pretty much all year, especially the offensive line, which is the strong position of the team, and that's kind of why they've been, though they've been competitive, they've been kind of struggling at times through the first 4 weeks. Then when we go on the opposite side, talk about the home team, the Baltimore Ravens. They're also dealing with injuries. So they're out right now. Ronnie Stanley, who's out, that's the starting left tackle. Questionable for tonight is the other the left tackle who's replacing him, and Alejandro Villanueva, who came from Pittsburgh, but he's supposed to be replacing Stanley. He's questionable to play tonight. Then you're missing your two weapons from last year. I should say two weapons. Rookie wide receiver Rashod Bateman still in IR, along with Boykin, who played with the Ravens last year. Then you're without starting the left end, I believe. Defensive end, Wolfe, he's out. Questionable is the starting free safety, DeShon Elliot. And then we're already out three key players in preseason injuries, all in the same, around like the same weeks or 2 week span, I think it was. Without, starting cornerback, Marcus Peters, and the starting running back, starting running back, and then the second string running back beginning training camp, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, both of them are out. So both of these teams have been plagued with injuries all year. One team has done a better job, which is why they come into this game 3-1. Other team has struggled a bit with it, had a tough schedule too. They're 1-3 in the Colts. So like I said, Colts have been competitive 4 games into the season. They lost competitive games to the Seahawks 28-16. They lost the game to the Rams 27-24, and they lost the game to the Titans 16-25, and then they come off a win last week when he was able to finally break through and get on the win column against the Miami Dolphins 27-17. So Carson Wentz has been playing pretty much all year. He started missing training camp due to a foot injury, and then he injured both his ankles. I forget if it was against the Rams. I think it was against the Rams. I don't think it was the Seahawks. I think it was the Rams game. He injured both his ankles. So he's been playing with pretty much lower body injuries all season, fighting through the season and kind of trying to carry the team. And that's why you're seeing at times good Carson Wentz and the bad Carson Wentz that we've seen in Philadelphia when he kind of had to shoulder the load in his last year and a half in Philadelphia as well. Then on the opposite side, you got Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, who, after losing a heartbreaker overtime loss to begin the season against the Raiders, in which Lamar Jackson fumbled the ball, which allowed the Raiders to score, they come to this game winning three straight. They beat the Chiefs 36-35 at home. Then he went into Detroit with winning the game off a 66 field goal by Justin Tuck to win that game, and then they went on to win the next game against the undefeated, I believe at the time, Denver Broncos 23-7. So they won 3 straight, displayed hardy for champion, tough mentality all through those 3 wins. And Lamar Jackson, I believe in the last 2 weeks, if I'm correct, So last week and this week has been reported to have a back injury he's been playing through. So I believe he's going to play through it tonight. But it's just something to look at for tonight's game. So pretty much, I believe this game is going to show ups because both these quarterbacks are playing with banged up offensive lines somewhat, and also a bit of injuries that they're dealing with themselves. I believe that you're going to see a game that's going to display ups and downs for both of these starting quarterbacks against these opposing defenses in this game. I believe the defenses have the ability, though the defenses themselves are banged up with injuries. I believe they're good enough to give these quarterbacks issues at times in this game. So I believe they're going to struggle at times throughout this game, and then you're also going to see the highlight playmaking ability of both these quarterbacks, and Carson Wentz and Lamar Jackson, they make with their feet. Lamar Jackson has the ability to scramble, get a lot of yards very quickly with his ability to run the ball, and also create plays by avoiding sacks to extend time on passing plays, maybe when the offensive line breaks down. Carson Wentz has done the same thing. At times he'll take off and run. Not to the same extent that Lamar Jackson can, of course, but he also has the ability to, at times, avoid a sack and extend a play for a pass downfield or to complete a pass. So both these players have playmaking abilities due to how they can use their feet to avoid sacks and get first downs on scrambles. So that being said, I believe this game is going to be a game that the Ravens, for the majority of this game, control, because I believe the Indianapolis Colts injuries are going to affect their team more than the injuries on the Baltimore Ravens, because the Ravens have drafted very well, pretty much. So the people that got injured, he kind of able to fill them with serviceable players. Colts, on the other hand, offensive line does not look the same with all the missing pieces, and you have struggled a bit in other aspects on the field. But with that being said, like I said, I believe the Ravens control most of this game. I do believe you're going to get the comeback performance that we've gotten from the Colts within the last 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks, they'll come back in the second half, and I believe the Ravens will kick a field goal late in the fourth and then hold on to that lead to win the game by a score of 27-24. I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this game 27-24 at home. My fantasy picks for both teams tonight, starting with the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz to sack Pascal. Why? Secondary is banged up on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go opposite Marlon Humphrey. I believe Marlon Humphrey, though he plays the right cornerback side, I believe he's going to be mostly matched up with Bateman due to the size difference. And I believe Pascal, with the injured free safety, his ability to stretch the field is why I believe Carson Wentz is going to have to target him more, because I think he's going to have a better... He's kind of a better game plan against the current issues of the Baltimore Ravens defense. That's just my opinion, though. And Peters is out, and Anthony Averett, I believe that's Averett. I think that's how you say it. So he's the opposite. So I would attack him more than attacking Marlon Humphrey, who's a proven veteran. Then we go to the defensive side. Staley's out. Focus on the Ravens. Injuries on the offensive line. Focus on the Colts. I was right. Staley's out, so I wanted to go with honorable mention of the right DN, Al-Qadim Muhammad, or DeForest Buckner defensive line. But I'm going to stick with Darius Leonard, the linebacker. Why? Because I believe he's going to have to key on Lamar Jackson and stop this run attack of the Baltimore Ravens. So I think he's a key in tonight's game. Then we go opposite side, go Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson to Marquise Brown. Why? Secondary is banged up for the Colts without strong safety Khari Willis and without left cornerback Rocky Sin. So I believe Marquise Brown's ability to stretch the field is also going to be key in this game for the Baltimore Ravens. And then pass rush is the defensive fantasy pick for me for the Baltimore Ravens. Branden Smith's out. They already without Tevi and Nelson. I'm going to go with the left defensive end, Justin Madubuike. I think that's how you say it. I'm quite sure I pronounced it wrong, but the left defensive end, Justin. And then my honorable mention was Calais Campbell. I think I have a big performance tonight. And then my other honorable mention is whoever's playing the right outside linebacker, which I think Justin Houston has a better pass rush ability, so I'm going with Justin Houston as my other honorable mention. But focusing here on left defensive end, Justin Madubuike. I think that's how you say it. If I got it wrong, apologies. So yeah, those are my fantasy picks for tonight's game and my thoughts on tonight's game between Indianapolis Colts at the Baltimore Ravens. That being said, like always, guys, hope you all stay safe, healthy, living the best, blessed life. Wish you guys nothing but the best in your life, and keep doing good out there in the world, guys. Spread positivity, love, joy, and peace. And that's my thoughts tonight's game, guys. 27-24 victory for the Baltimore Ravens tonight. Peace.